Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the channel. Thunder Ducky here. I got a movie review for you guys. It's been a minute since I did a movie review, and this one, well, as you can tell by the title, I wasn't necessarily happy with. It's a movie from 2015, and there's a lot of people in this movie. A lot of people that I didn't know. I knew Kurt Russell, obviously, because he's on the cover, but I didn't know about these other people. So before we hop into the review, ladies and gentlemen, make sure you're liking, commenting, subscribing, turning on your bell notifications so you know whenever I put up a video or a live stream. Push back the stream I was going to do tonight because I got some videos that are tracking pretty well. And if you guys don't know the YouTube algorithm, just really quick, is if you got videos doing well and then you do a live stream, that negates some stuff, and I'm trying to grow the channel and semantics and technicalities. Semantics? That might not be the right word. So I will be live tomorrow night, and I'll probably be live for a couple of hours, if not longer, because I'm trying to finish Assassin's Creed before I end up moving. I'm taking today also to record some more videos, so you guys have videos while I'm in the process of moving, so you guys have something to watch, and I just don't go dark. Speaking of which, that Avatar video is actually doing a lot better than I thought it was going to. I was expecting like 2 views, but it's at, what are you at now, buddy? It's currently sitting at 12. But yes, we're going to go and talk about Bone Tomahawk. So I was just chilling, and I was like, I want to watch a movie. And as a huge Western fan, I've seen a lot of them, and I was just scrolling through movie recommendations list on Netflix, and Bone Tomahawk popped up. So I was like, you know what? I heard from someone a while ago that this movie was good. 2015 is whenever I graduated from high school. Dating myself here. So I figured, you know what, I'll give it a shot. I haven't seen a Kurt Russell movie I haven't liked yet, except for Guardians of the Galaxy 2, but he wasn't the main line there, so I won't hold that against him. So I haven't really seen a movie of his that I haven't liked yet. So I was like, you know what, I'll go ahead and watch it. And then people are like, oh, it's very gory, very gutsy, and I'm also a huge zombie fan. So I was like, yeah, that's not a problem for me. Before we get into it, yeah, a couple of the people, main line, of course, is Kurt Russell. Matthew Fox, the guy who played the main character for Lost. David Arquette, of course, you know him from Scream and then Eight-Legged Freaks, if you've ever seen that movie. And Richard Jenkins played the guy trying to kill the president off in White House Down, and he's been in a shit ton of movies. So once I started seeing the cast roll in, I was like, okay, I'm into this. Like, let's do it. And then even better, while I was watching it, I saw a Western gun I'd never seen before. It's a Merwin and Holbert and Company first model Frontier Army revolver. I'd never seen one of those before. So I was like, hey, win-win. New movie, great actors, potentially very gruesome story, and I got introduced to a new firearm. So, it was a win-win in that circumstance. The problem with this movie is it is slow. Now, a lot of Westerns are, so that's not necessarily a problem, but something happens near the middle to keep carrying the movie. There could be a Indian attack. There could be bandits. There could be train robbery. There could be some natural disaster like the barn catches on fire. Stampede of cows as they're moving the herd, or something like that, something to prop up the middle part of the film. This did not have that. And this is a 2-hour long movie, so the first hour is really good, and it really sets the tone for the movie. And then you got about 40 minutes of just nothing. It's just them out and camping, and then like there's a little skirmish with like some Mexicans that swing on by, and then there's nothing for the rest of that 40 minutes. And then the remainder, like half hour, is them just trapped in a cave as one of the main characters is crawling his way to save them, because Kurt Russell and then Richard Jenkins get captured. And then the dude who's trying to save them had a broken leg throughout the entire movie. And he can't walk very well, obviously. Back in the day, broken leg and all that. So he's crawling his way up to save them, and that's the last half of the movie. A lot of people claim this to also be, and they also did in the description for it on Netflix, that it was horror. I was like, okay, well, there's not a whole lot of Western horrors, if any. Like, none really come to mind. The only one that comes even close to mind is Tremors 4, and that's not even scary. That's more of a comedy than anything else, which is a movie I actually like. I like the idea of fighting, the Tremors or Graboids without modern technology and stuff. I kind of like that. I like that twist where we've had it modern for the last three movies. Now let's take it a step back and introduce this in a different setting, which I like. But this one, not scary. And I know that's kind of subjective, and I really do have a high limit when it comes to horror. Like, not a whole lot scares me. Are there some things that get me every now and then? Yeah, but it's not consistent enough or to the point where a lot of the stuff that's released these days, because a lot of it's released for when people say horror these days, it's either shock value or it's just a lot of gore. And this was depicted as very gory. Like, it was the violence was very well done. I won't hold that against them. Like, a dude gets scalped and it looks really good. Kurt Russell gets his stomach slashed open, and they throw in a canteen that was in the fire, so you hear the sizzle, and I mean that looked really good. Gunshots were realistic too. I'd like to add they weren't the over the top Hollywood that Hollywood normally has, but the movie's just too slow. And again, I'm a huge Western fan, so I'm used to a slow moving movie. But there had to have been something in the middle to pick it up, and there just wasn't for me. So that was pretty disappointing, and it really drug the movie down. Acting, perfect. Horror, no. Again, I think when they said horror for this movie, they were just going with shock value based off the level of gore and violence that's in this movie. But that doesn't even save it, honestly, in my opinion. So as the title of this video suggests, I was very disappointed with this movie because, again, you got a banger cast. I mean, Kurt Russell in a Western is already a win right there. But unfortunately, it's not a win for this one. So, ladies and gentlemen, let me know what you thought down in the comments below. Did you see Bone Tomahawk? Have you not seen it? What did you think about the movie? And if I have to give this movie a rating, I'm going to give it probably a 4.5 out of 10.